Blast Nation. This is Coach Johnson again with another episode of the Monday After Show. Well, it's really not a Monday After Show because we haven't had a game for a couple of weeks now. Our last game was on April 22nd against the Palm Beach Knights. Our next game will be June 3rd against the St. Pete Tide. Then we'll play the Florida Flight on June 10th. And then the Tide will come to us on July 15th. So we've had to deal with a lot of downtime, had to deal with players becoming restless. So going into next season, we're going to have to look at ways to address that so that we can increase the regularity of our games as well as the number of our games so that our players don't have to deal with the big gaps in the season because it's made things kind of tough with them not having something to focus on. We've had like a month break to deal with, and then after our June 10th game, we'll have another month break to deal with. And it's kind of made things difficult for the players not having any kind of activity or, any games to play. So we're going to be looking at how we can address that next season with the focus of increasing the regularity of our games and the number of our games. Very excited that we had a meeting last week about having our games in Bradenton, and I gotta say that I'm very excited about how the meeting went. It ended well. It ended with everyone being excited about the possibilities of having the games in Bradenton, what it will bring to the area that they're going to be held in, what we can do in the surrounding area with the school, with high school being there. There's a middle school in the area. And there's also a Boys and Girls Club in the area that we're going to be looking to partner with and just make an impact beyond basketball. And that's what it's always been about for us, is trying to make an impact beyond basketball. We don't just want to be a basketball team. We want to make an impact in the community. So we're very excited about the 2018 season with our games being in the city of Bradenton and all the possibilities that come along with that, with being able to partner with new nonprofits, partner with other organizations in the area. So we're very excited about that. One of the things that we have subscribed to when we starting this team is that, if you give a player a chance and treat them fairly, distance will become irrelevant. And we've had players, even on our last season team, that drove quite a ways to attend practices and play games. And this season, it's much the same. We've had players from the Lakeland area. We have several players from the Orlando area. We have a player from the Tampa area. And then we have a player that comes from the Fort Myers area. And so it shows that if you treat a player fairly and give them an opportunity, distance becomes irrelevant. And so we're excited that we can have players that are willing to make the drive, that are willing to make the sacrifice and drive 2 hours to come and attend practice, drive 2 hours to get here, more than 2 hours to get back home after games. And so we're very excited to have players that are committed to us in this way, because these are the kind of guys that we want to have. We want to have guys that are committed, and it takes a huge commitment to be willing to drive 2 hours or more than 2 hours away to attend the practice and to attend the game. We're talking about more than a 4-hour round trip. And so I got to say to the guys that are doing this, my wife and I would really appreciate it. You make doing this worth it. And we're glad to have you as a part of the Bradenton Gym Rats. And hey, that's what it's about, is making an impact. And we can't do it without you. So we're excited that we have that kind of reach. 2 hours away, big commitment. And I can't say that I'm proud to be able to say that I have players that are willing to drive more than 2 hours away to attend a practice and a game. So we're excited about that. We're excited about having one of our players return from injury. He was injured in our very first game. He was on his way to having 30 points that game. And I tell you, with him not being in the lineup, it's been tough trying to replace his production in the person of Jet Lewis. I'm so excited about this guy. He's a second-year player, and looking forward to getting him back into the lineup. This is a guy that has the necessary skills to play abroad, and so we're looking forward to doing what we can do to make this a possibility for this young man. I believe he deserves it. His skill set says he deserves it. And good things happen to good people. So we're excited about getting him back into the lineup and seeing what he can do with finishing out this season with these last 3 games that we have. I also want to say congratulations to MJ and Tamika on the birth of Amir. He came in weighing 5'15", and these new parents are excited about their new baby boy. MJ told us that he was sleeping a lot less, but he's a bundle of joy nevertheless. And so we're excited that they're excited about this new chapter in their lives. I believe they're planning on tying the knot sometime next year. We're also excited about this young man and the commitment that he has made to us. MJ's season last year was cut short due to injury, but he stayed coming to practices, kept coming to games, kept supporting the team, kept supporting my wife and I. Made a commitment that he was coming back this year, and has came back this year and is having a very successful season. Couldn't be more proud of him. And again, guys like MJ are what make this worth doing. And we're just very excited about the birth of Amir and this new chapter in their lives. So listen, this is Coach Johnson. I'm going to sign off with this episode, number 5 of the Monday After Show. Stay tuned to everything that's going on. Got some exciting things happening that we're going to be letting you guys in on. But stay tuned.